Reasons why social services would take a child. Taking a child away from their home is a very serious step, and is often the last resort after other interventions have been put in place. In extreme circumstances, it can occur when a child is believed to be at immediate risk of harm. Harm is not limited to physical harm, but can be emotional and sexual harm. It's often thought that social services can easily take a child, but that isn't the case. The role of social services is predominantly to protect children from living in dangerous or neglectful environments, so they'll always put the best interests of the child before anything else. They will only choose to take action when they believe that a child is not receiving adequate care from their parents or caregivers. For what reasons can social services get involved? There are many reasons that a child may be removed from the family home, and they are usually due to the level of care being shown to the child being below good enough standards by the parent or caregiver. Some of the most common reasons for a child to be removed may include abuse, either emotional, physical, or sexual; neglect, medical neglect; abandonment; death of parent or guardian; serious illness of parent or guardian; incarceration of parent or guardian. Can social services take my child away without evidence? No, there must be evidence in support of a formal application by social services when they are asking the court to remove your child from your home. Social services will usually have concerns about your parenting reported to them first, and then they will investigate these claims. If you're able to evidence that these claims aren't true, the investigation may end without the need for formal court proceedings, and no further action will be taken. It's important to get legal advice as soon as social services become involved, even if you think it's a low-level assessment, because things can escalate quickly and you need to be sure of the type of assessment being carried out and of the expectations held of you to avoid court proceedings. If the application raises concerns that are serious enough to demonstrate grounds to believe your child is in imminent danger, they may be asking the court to remove your child from you at the start of the court process, and then they'll carry out further assessments before deciding whether it's safe for your child to return home. Applications are usually evidenced by details of the initial referral, and an initial statement from the allocated social worker, so you'll know the reasons why the application is being made. In the most serious cases, the police have powers to remove children from their home and take them into police protection, pending the local authority issuing an application to the family court. Can social services take my child if I have depression? Having depression is not a reason in itself for social services to take your child away from you. However, if your depression affects your ability to parent your child, or prevents you from being able to meet their basic needs, then you could face a court application to see what support needs to be put in place to enable you to safely parent your child. Are you able to get your child back at home if removed by social services? It's a parent's worst nightmare to have their children taken away from them. If you find yourself in this situation, you'll naturally want to know how you can get your child returned to your care. Unless your child was quickly taken away in extreme circumstances, you were probably involved in some child protection meetings, where social workers investigated the care you give to your child, and whether you were meeting their needs. This is your first opportunity to demonstrate that you can care for your child, therefore putting a stop to ongoing investigations. You'll also be notified if social services are planning to apply for a care order, so you'll have time to talk to a solicitor and get expert legal advice about what steps you have to take in order to get your child back home. Remember that your child's welfare will be the priority of the family court, and you will have the opportunity to share your views and have them taken into consideration. In the situation where your child has already been taken away from the family home, we recommend seeking urgent expert legal advice. A specialist care solicitor will be able to advise you of your rights, and guide you through the process of challenging the courts and gathering evidence to show that your child is safe living with you and should be returned to your care. We're here to help. At National Legal Service, we understand that having a child taken away from you can be an extremely stressful time, but you don't have to battle it alone. Our expert team of family and care solicitors is here to help you every step of the way. We'll support you as you work to get your child back home, and can make the process far simpler and quicker than if you were to try to go through the courts by yourself. If you'd like to have a discussion with us about how to get your child back if they've already been removed by social services, call us on 020-3601-5051 for a confidential no-obligation consultation.